In the world of software development, everyone always wants to know what's next. Well, today we're looking at a language that isn't just part of the conversation, it's actively shaping the future of technology. And that language is Python.
All right, let's just jump right in with the job market because the numbers here, they really speak for themselves. Recruiters are on the hunt for Python developers more than any other language. I mean, look at that, nearly 46%. It's not just leading, it's pulling away from the pack.
And this isn't just about getting a job. We're witnessing a major shift in the developer community itself. For the first time in 10 years, Python has actually taken the crown on GitHub, bumping JavaScript from the top spot. That's a huge deal and tells you exactly where developers are spending their time.
So how in the world did Python get here? This wasn't some fluke. Let's peel back the layers and look at the real forces driving this incredible rise to the top.
Okay, here's the absolute key. You know the biggest, most game-changing trends in tech right now? Generative AI, data science, well, they're pretty much built on a foundation of Python. As those fields have just exploded, they've pulled Python's demand right up there with them.
And developers, well, they absolutely love it. And it usually comes down to three things. First, its syntax is just clean and easy to read. That makes coding way faster. Second, it's a jack of all trades. You can build websites, you can do AI, you can automate your boring tasks, all with one language. And third, the library ecosystem is just gigantic. There's a powerful ready-made tool for almost anything you can think of.
And you see this popularity pop up everywhere. Take the TOB index, which kind of tracks the buzz around programming languages. It shows Python commanding almost a quarter of the entire conversation. That is a massive slice of the pie, and believe it or not, it's still growing.
So, with all this success, you might think Python's core developers would just kind of kick back and relax. But you would be very wrong. The latest version, 3.13, is rolling out some of the most ambitious and frankly exciting changes in the language's entire history.
We are not talking about small, incremental updates here. No way. We're talking about deep, foundational changes. Still experimental, mind you, but they are aimed squarely at Python's oldest weakness, raw performance, and its ability to really use modern computer hardware.
And just to show how serious they are about this new direction, the core team is actually extending their support window. It used to be a year and a half of full support. Starting with 3.13, that's being bumped up to 2 full years. That's them signaling, hey, we're in this for the long haul.
Okay, now for the really cool stuff. Let's get into the 2 new experimental superpowers in 3.13 that could completely change the game for Python's performance.
For literally decades, Python has had this thing called the Global Interpreter Lock, or the GIL. Think of it like a single toll booth on a massive 8-lane highway. It didn't matter how many cores your processor had, the GIL only let one thread run at a time. Well, with the new experimental free-threaded version, that toll booth is now optional. The highway is finally open.
And the potential impact here is just huge. For the first time, Python applications can actually use all the cores on a modern processor at the same time. This means it can take full advantage of the hardware that's in pretty much every single computer today.
Superpower number 2 is a brand new experimental just-in-time compiler, or JIT. So what's that? Well, it's a really smart system that actually watches your code while it's running. It figures out which parts are used the most and, right then and there, translates them into super fast machine code on the fly.
And here's a look at how it works. Your code starts as normal Python bytecode. The JIT finds the hotspots, the code that runs again and again, and turns it into this special intermediate form. It then optimizes the heck out of that form and finally translates it into lightning-fast machine code. It's all about getting a speed boost right where you need it most.
So, look, this is all fascinating from a technical standpoint, but let's get down to brass tacks. What does all of this actually mean for you, the person writing the code every day?
When you boil it all down, it comes to this. Your code has the potential to run way faster. Debugging is about to get a lot less painful, and get this, you can now officially build for iOS and Android. Plus, you get a bunch of other really nice upgrades, like a totally revamped interactive shell.
Honestly, one of my favorite little upgrades is the smarter error messages. You know when you make a simple typo in a keyword? Now, instead of just crashing, Python will give you a little suggestion like, hey, did you mean to type this instead? It's a small change that is going to save so much time and frustration.
And that brings us to the big question. Python was already at the top of the mountain, right? It's dominating AI, it's dominating data science. Now with the single biggest performance-focused upgrade in its history, it's tackling its one major historical weakness head-on. So you have to wonder,
Is Python on its way to building a lead that no other language can touch? We'll have to wait and see.